Hold up. This is the playlist live.
My name's Kalisha.
With Kalisha.
Welcome back to another episode of the playlist, y'all. You already know what it is. My name's Kalisha. And listen, before we get into the guest that we have today, I just want to thank everybody for always tuning in, all the new subscribers, all the new viewers. Y'all are the GOAT. But y'all already know we have so many different guests. We have entrepreneurs, artists. It's not just interviews. We really have deep, real conversations. But listen, today we have an amazing, amazing artist joining us today. FSG Rell. FSG Rell in the building. What's good?
Let's get it. You know, can't call it.
All right, so correct me if I'm wrong, but you used to battle rap. Is that something you're still currently doing?
Yeah, no, I don't still currently do it. I definitely feel like if you battle rapping, if you just doing battle rap, that's different. But if you battle rapping and doing music, I feel like you just giving away free bars. Like I ain't into all that.
Yeah,
I ain't into all that. But I guess people say they bars is endless. But listen, don't be giving up that free tape. Don't do it.
Freestyle is definitely a lost art.
Yes.
People, artists, they don't know how to freestyle anymore.
You're right.
Music is written for them. Their raps are written for them.
Mm-hmm.
Their songs are written for them. Everything is written for them. Speeches are written for people.
Everything.
People aren't kind of versed in that. It's really about the look nowadays. If you look the part, you can be an artist.
Yep.
You don't have to have the talent anymore. You know? It is sad.
That's sad.
It's really sad. And the fact that I'm getting deeper and deeper and deeper into the music industry, I'm learning more and more and more that artists don't write their own music. They really don't. I mean, they co-write. I was at a writer's camp last night, Hit Factory.
Okay.
It was put together by Jay and Cut, and it really went to show me that, wow, like that artist, they don't write their own music. Well, okay, well, shoot, maybe let me try to write something real quick. But it was definitely a dope experience to see like how music comes together and that process. Because normally when I'm in the studio, I'll be with an artist and they're writing their own music or freestyle in the booth. Like recently I was at the studio with Young Blue, and he literally just popped in the booth and laid down a song like quick as fuck. So I was like, oh shit, like, okay, that's lit.
That's dope.
So how do you write your music? Are you the type of artist to write it down on a notebook? Are you just the type to like go in the booth and just
usually the way I do it is I usually have everything prepared before I go. So I'll literally write the whole song, write the hook, the bridge, all that. I'll write if I'm doing doubles or not. I'll write out my ad libs, and I'll do voice recordings of how I want to do them and make sure I remember how I do it. But yeah, I don't. Sometimes, like if I got extra time, if I knock out everything, all right, then boom, I'll go in there and I'll freestyle. We'll do something like that, and we'll do something, you know, just a little raw with a little more energy, because you could it's just right off the top. But other than that, I usually go in with everything prepared. What
do you feel comes out better, when you prepare the song or when you just hop in the booth?
I feel like it's better if you prepare. Sometimes. Most of the time, I feel like it's better you prepare. Like you going in there, you might just be in there wasting your time. You might be in there wasting your time. Some people, they are gifted and they just come up with it like boom, like nothing like that all the time.
Right.
But it's better for you to be prepared, go in there, be about your business.
I did learn that you have a label, FSG, the label. Yeah. Give me the scoop on that. How did that come about? Is it you running the entire thing? Do you have a team?
I have a team of 3, me included. We run everything. We search for artists. We'll pick one, and we'll pick 2 here, and we'll talk to them. We'll work them through a process. Like even before we sign them, we'll work them through a process. You know, sometimes it's not good to do that because sometimes they turn around and take the game somewhere else. So you gotta be selective with what you tell them and all that. But it's definitely a good experience, even being an artist, like seeing, okay, we have this artist, we have that artist, we're preparing, this is where they're not good at, this is where they're good at, this is what we gotta work on a little bit more, this they strong suit, we can really ride this to the end. Like it's definitely different because I can see some of that in myself, so now I can analyze myself a little bit better looking on the outside in. So sometimes I'll just listen to my music like I'm just a random person as much as I can. You know, it's your own music, so you definitely gonna feel something. But yeah, it's helping me with everything.
Basically what you mentioned is artist development, and artist development is something that is a lost art. Basically, it's a lost art. People aren't really doing that anymore with labels. So what got you interested in actually doing artist development?
So what got me actually interested was one of my other team members. He was going through a couple meetings with a couple artists at labels, and they was telling them like, you gotta have this, you gotta have that, da 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 da. And we're just like, he was telling me, and I'm just like, dang, well, if they already got that, what they need you for? Like, if they got everything else, why would they need you?
Right.
So it just didn't make sense to us, and we just talking about it like, all right, we could do this, start it up, boom, boom, boom. Really work with artists, really work with them. You know, sometimes it could backfire, but that's the game.
Right.
It is what it is.
Right. You're actually doing that and teaching artists the game, because a lot of artists, independent artists, are like, nah, I want to be the star. Like, I don't want anyone to be above me or shine brighter than me. So that's actually really dope that you're sharing the love like that. That goes to show your character and how you are as a person. Name some of the artists you got on the label. Who are some of the artists you got on the label?
His name Meech. He's our newest member.
Hey.
I ain't gonna hold you. I like him.
Like him.
Yeah, I think he got it.
How'd you find him?
In the same city. He had moved to the city from New York. So as we just started talking, blase, we just started getting into it. And then we went to the studio. We laid a couple things down, and he just really impressed me. He impressed the mess out of me. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, the first day, he impressed me.
So what does it take to impress you?
Like, really? I ain't gonna lie. It just gotta be something nice. You just gotta come with something.
Right.
You gotta come with something. You know, when you hear something, you're like, oh, that's it.
Right.
That's it. Like, the first, like, he had a verse. I did a song, and he put a verse on the end. I had open space on it, because I'm gonna put a feature on there. But I was like, yo, bro, we got some extra time. Go ahead and do that. So what he did was he wrote to it on the spot, probably like 45 minutes. Wow. The first part, I wasn't really egging it. But then the second part, you could tell he just started coming into his own, and I was like, damn, that's it, bro.
Right.
I was like, that's it, bro. That's all I kept saying for like 30 minutes.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I always tell artists that when you really haven't like gotten accustomed to their music and you actually hear their music for the first time and it really captures you, that's when I feel like you know that an artist has a gift of really being dope. Because a lot of times, as you may know, you hear music on the radio and it's like, it's all right, you know. But when you hear that one song and it catches your attention, you're like, yo, they got a gift.
No doubt.
They definitely got a gift. So speaking about music, your music is doing amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. I read up that you have gotten over 650,000 streams in less than 18 months. At being an independent artist doing numbers like that.
It felt amazing because in the middle of it, it was hectic. In the middle of it, sometimes it gets overwhelming. But then when it calms down, you like, damn, like, what's going on? Like, I mean, I missed the old times. We about to do something again.
Right.
So it's definitely amazing. It just feels like so many people hitting you up. You get so many different emails. It's just like, it's a lot of love. It's definitely a lot of love. It feel like a birthday all year round or something.
I love that. What would you say was one of the songs that got the best response from your fans?
It's two of them that I'm thinking about. It's definitely one called Gucci Prada Fendi.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people with it, they was messing with it. I got a lot of emails from DJs telling me they was playing it. And then, you know, I could really see they was playing it on BMI and all of that. Like, I could really see it. Yeah, that one definitely, it did some things for me. Like when I performed it, every time I performed it, somebody would come up to me and offer me something with a new opportunity somewhere. Wow. So it was definitely dope seeing that effect on it. So that probably was the one right there that really made some noise for me that I was like, oh yeah.
What was the second one?
Called BTG. It's Bag to Get. It's definitely a hyper song. It's older. That's why I didn't really say that one first, because it was a little early in the run.
But hey, the day one fans gonna know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's for sure. And you know what? Whatever somebody ain't hear is new to them.
That's right.
So that's for sure.
That's right.
It's definitely a hype. Yeah, it's definitely hype. So that did a lot for me in my town. Like, you gotta take your town to a certain level first.
Oh yeah.
So that's what really did it at first for me.
The EP FMB, you said it was an eye-opener for the city of Pottstown. Talk more about that. Why do you feel it was such an eye-opener for them?
I feel like it was such an eye-opener because that's where BTG was on. And like, we had this crazy party. We did this crazy party.
Project X type party?
Yo, we did a video to it too. And it just like, Everybody was singing it. The roof was not the roof. The floor was caving.
No, you lying.
Yo, we had to turn like 170 people away.
Oh my God.
And that's when we shut the doors. So we just wasn't letting nobody coming in. It was probably like an hour after we opened. We just like, yo, we can't take no more.
Wow. I think, have I ever been to a party that was floor is caving in? I don't think so. I need to get on your level.
Yo, the floor was caving in. The owner, he fake called the cops on us. He lied and said, I ain't gonna lie, it really was caving in. Wow. Like we was about to fall through.
Yeah,
so.
I'm good. I'm gonna stay away from parties like that.
Ta-ha.
I'm not going to parties with you. So what do you think is one of the most challenging parts about being an artist? Because being in this industry is not easy.
I think the most challenging thing is like, it's just navigating through certain people and certain things. It's just that right there. You just never know sometimes, and you don't have somebody to tell you like, yo, this is a bad sign right here. Don't do this. Don't talk to them. Like, you know what I mean? They not good people, or there's nobody navigating you through that. So you gotta learn through it yourself. Yeah. So that's definitely the biggest challenge right there.
How do you decide like who to trust?
So how I decide is, all right, so listen. So if somebody, so say I hit somebody up or they hit me up, say they're like, yeah, bro, but yeah, bro, it's right here. And they keep hitting me up about it. Keep hitting me up. Like, say if I don't say nothing, I'm busy. And they keep hitting me up. No, bro, I'm cool. Yeah. I'm cool. I'll catch you. Yeah, man.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, like that's definitely one of the signs. Yeah. That's definitely one of the signs. And I always ask about PayPal. Because, you know, PayPal is secure.
It keeps you safe. Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah. I think that, and I hear it all the time, that so many artists get taken advantage of. Yeah. And it's sad because it's like there are actually individuals in this industry that genuinely want to help artists and guide them in the right direction. Right. But it just takes that one bad experience for an artist to just get turned off. Yeah. And then they go... They kind of get into this phase of like, well, am I really supposed to be doing this? Well, why is this happening to me? Why is that happening to me? Like, you know, this doesn't make sense. Like, they really see themselves going in this direction, but bad things keep happening. Just like your trip here, right? Yeah, was one bad thing after another, after another. And you know, if you're not strong-minded in this industry, it could really derail you from where you want to go. That could have made you want to just cancel the trip and not come and not want to do this interview. Like little things like that really can get in the way. Yeah, and it all adds up. The little things add up. And when they add up, that's when you hit your breaking point. Yeah. Especially, let's talk about the pandemic. That was a huge thing. Yeah. That was a really huge thing, not for only independent artists, but mainstream artists as well. Like, artists couldn't do shows. People wasn't really making money like that. It was a really, really tough thing. But let's switch it and be positive about it. What was something positive that came out of that for you? It definitely gave me time to just think to myself and recuperate. Yeah. Like, for like 3 months, maybe 2 months, it like gave me some time away to think about other stuff. And, you know, when you just all straight music, 365, 4 or 5, or however many years straight, it's a little taxing. Yeah. It's a little taxing. And it did give me a chance to get away a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. It did give me a little chance to get away. Right. So we took advantage, but, you know, on the safe side. Definitely on the safe side. But it definitely gave me time to reflect on myself and, you know, just get some time for me. Yeah. And it's always good to get away. I think people get so caught up in, you know, what's going on and move the fast life, and especially this industry, it's super, super, super fast. And I think that a lot of times we forget about ourselves. We forget about, you know, what's important, and that's yourself and having that you time. So I think a lot of people with the pandemic began to realize that. Like, man, I was moving so fast. I was spending 2-3 hours in traffic going back and forth to work, or, you know, worrying about the wrong things, when really at the end of the day, it's your life that you should be focused on, and you know, because it can be taken away in the blink of an eye, you know, from this crazy disease that popped up out of nowhere, literally. Yeah. Popped up out of nowhere. Crept up. Crept up. So you've been doing music for quite a while now, and you know, one thing leads to the next, and you have goals, right? What's one goal that you had set for yourself in 2020 that you accomplished, and you're like, damn, like, I can't believe I did this? That's a good question. In 2020, I set out a goal to, like,
really focus more on my videos. Like really get my video skills up. Like work with different videographers and travel here and travel there and do different things in my videos and, you know, really try to get them out there.
Right.
And that's something I really stepped up on. Cause before I just was dropping music, but this the thing I didn't know. You know what I mean? So if you don't have nobody telling you, you ain't never gonna know until you actually get through it and do it and figure it out on your own.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's definitely one of the things that got me there in 2020.
And visuals are really important. Content is so important. What people watch and see is what's really going to capture the audience, capture the fans. And I always tell artists too, like, performing is so important. That's where you're going to also gain fans as well.
That's for sure.
So people want to look at what they love, and what they love is what they see, right? So shows. How many shows have you done?
I don't know. It gotta be over like 50.
Wow, really?
Yeah, even with this pandemic, it gotta still be over 50. I was doing every weekend at a point.
Every weekend.
Literally every
Booked
weekend.
and busy.
Hardball every weekend.
I love it. I love it.
So it's definitely been over 50. But since this pandemic, I think I only did like 3 or 4 since the pandemic.
That damn pandemic.
I know, we was going hard.
Man, listen.
But it ain't nothing to it to get back to it though.
I heard that. Shows after shows after shows. We gonna get to 100 by 2022.
That's what it is.
I feel it. I love it. And honestly, I see you doing big shows. I can see you actually putting your own show together with your artist. Have you done that already?
We done that a while ago. It was successful. What I wanted it to be.
Right.
It
can
wasn't
always
what
be
I
better.
wanted.
It can always be better. And that's what's gonna happen. Each show, one after the next, is gonna be better and better and better.
You gotta live and learn.
That's right. But listen, before we go, I want to know, what do you have planned next? What do you got coming up?
All right, so what I got coming up is we got a FSG label tape coming up in July. It's gonna be super solid. It's gonna have the vibes on there. It's not just, you know, it's not just street stuff and all like that. It's some people, they more conscious and they like talking deeper. They do them whole ciphers on there, and you know, it just gives people something different to look for. I'm doing a tape with a producer, Moles. We got a tape coming out in August. Yeah, we got a tape coming out in August. And then I got my own project in December called Bigger Than Life. That's going to be an issue.
Bigger Than Life. I like that name.
Yes,
what made you name it that?
All right, so listen, I was watching the O.J. Simpson documentary or whatever it was.
That was a good documentary.
It was. Definitely was. So I just was thinking like, dang, like I never knew he was that big. I never knew like people was really praising him like that before everything happened. So I'm like, dang, like what was really bigger than life? So that's how the name of the project came along. And ever since then, every week I do my research on somebody or a certain thing that I think is bigger than life, and I just target that and I incorporate some of that into a song that I make for it. And then I'm going to do all the songs, right, boom, and then I'm going to revisit them and touch them back up and, you know, just go over them, do my due diligence and stuff like that, and then get it in.
So is each song individual or?
Yeah. Like it's named after an individual, or it's named after, like, how do I say this? Like a thing. Like, you know how, all right, so you know how Rolling Loud is a thing? Right. Like, say something like that. Like, just say the name is Rolling Loud. Like, I think, like, say, for instance, if I thought it was bigger than life, that would be the title of it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Like that. So you got a song on there titled OJ, or what's it titled? Glove? Or?
I got it. I got it. O.J. Simpson. I almost titled it Brentwood.
Okay.
I almost titled it Brentwood, but it's called O.J. Simpson. I got another one. Mr. Miyagi. I'm thinking about doing Jada Pickett or Set It Off or something.
Will Smith.
Yeah.
You gotta do a Jada Pinkett and a Will Smith song.
Yeah, that's gonna be solid.
It makes sense.
Yeah, that'll be solid. So it's definitely some good stuff in.
You're seriously dope. I was listening to your music on the way over here, and I was like, your tone of voice in your music when you rap, it's just very clear. It makes sense. I can understand you. I can understand what you're talking about. You know, there's a lot of artists out here that I'm like, huh? What did you say? Like, I can't understand nothing you are saying, but sure, you know, it hits in the club. But you actually have talent. You actually have talent, and you know the direction that you want to go in this industry, and you have focus, and that's really, really important. And you're sharing the love with other artists and showing them the way and building them up. So that's really, really dope. Like I said earlier, a lot of artists don't do that.
No.
They don't do that. They're afraid of someone taking their spot. They're afraid of an artist coming in and being bigger than them.
Yeah.
But the way I look at it is like, if this is meant for you, this is what you're supposed to do, you're going to kill it anyway.
That's a fact.
So what are you afraid of? Share the love.
It don't make sense
Share
not
the
to.
love. But listen, thank you so much for traveling all the way out here from Pottstown. You're dope for that.
Thank you.
That shows your hustle and your drive. Do what you love.
No doubt. I appreciate it.
So where can everybody find you on social media?
Social media, every platform, FSG_RELL. We locked in.
The playlist right here. You already know what it is. My name's Kalisha, FSG Rell. He got new music coming, but make sure you check out all his other music. He gonna go ahead and drop a couple. Name like 3 songs for you to go check out.
Check out Kehlani, For You, and 2 Different. All on every platform, YouTube, all that.
That's right.
You gonna dig it.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you check out this entire episode. Go back and watch it again because he dropped a lot of gems. I really liked what he taled about. And make sure you go and check out all the past episodes as well.